Hi, everyone, and welcome to KREM 2 News at noon on this Monday. I'm Laura Papetti, and thank you for being with us today. We're going to take a live look outside at this noon hour, check out and see what's going on. As you can see, beautiful up in the mountains. As you can see, the snowfall there and colder days on the way. We have meteorologist Jeremy Legoo outside in the KREM 2 Outdoor Weather Center. Absolutely beautiful in the mountains right now, Jeremy, just sort of gray in the lower areas.
Yeah, we're getting to that time of year, Laura. I actually just penned an article that's going to go up a little bit later on today about our odds of a white Christmas here in Spokane. Basically, if you want one, here it is. Head up to the mountains. That's going to be your best shot. But here in town, we've got temperatures on the warm side. And yeah, it's been rather warm all morning long. In fact, this is going to be our warmest day of probably the next couple of weeks. Check out Wenatchee, though, 31 and snowing. Here in the inland northwest, we have temps in the mid-30s. You're at 43 in Moses Lake. And we still hang on to our winter weather advisories. Those now go till 10 p.m. 1 to 3 inches of snow in the valley, 4 to 6 as you get to those mountaintops. So expect a little bit of snow along the passing of this front, but that is really going to be about it. We're going to see this start to lift off to the north, but notice it has already transitioned into rain down to our south. I said by the time it hit us, we're really looking at basically rain moving into the inland northwest. It's just going to be way too warm. Even as the front passes itself and we start to get that injection of cold air, it's not really enough to battle the rain that's already falling, so don't expect any accumulation. I'll walk you through why coming up in the full forecast, but for now, here's what you need to know about today. We're going to say goodbye to the little bit of sun we saw this morning. Temperatures climb up to near 40 later on this afternoon as the wind picks up. And that's going to be ahead of that round of showers that hits this evening.
All right, my friend, thank you. 12:02 right now. Some alert Avista workers helped save a man from the Spokane River in Riverfront Park. Happened this morning. The Avista crews were removing debris from the river when they heard a voice. The workers spotted an elderly man in the river who appeared very tired and cold. So the crew called 911 and then threw the man a life ring that he then used to stay afloat. Spokane firefighters arrived at the park and helped rescue the man from the water. He was hypothermic and taken to the hospital. Authorities do not know how the man got into the river. Also happening today, jury deliberations are underway for the Cheney man accused of killing his wife by medicating her ice cream. According to court documents, police believe David Pettis used prescription medication in lethal amounts to kill his wife. Prosecutors say he also took out a $150,000 life insurance policy on his wife just 3 days before her death. In June of 2018, we are watching closely the case at this hour, as you can imagine, and we'll let you know as soon as we hear about a verdict. And Kootenai Health's COVID-19 vaccine requirement takes effect today. The hospital says it will push forward with requiring employees to be vaccinated despite a federal court order pausing the mandate. Staff will have to be vaccinated or have an approved exemption. Also turning now to the deadly tornadoes that have devastated the Midwest. Dozens of people were killed, but the death toll is not as high as originally thought. CBS News reporter Laura Podesta tells us about the long recovery that lies ahead.
There are more stories of survival and devastating loss from the candle factory in western Kentucky, leveled by a powerful tornado. It was filled with employees, including Autumn Kirks, who was working the Friday night shift alongside her boyfriend. He didn't make it out alive.
They said take cover, and I could still see him when they yelled take cover. And I don't know what happened, how I got out and he didn't.
That tornado was one of several that ripped through the Midwest over the weekend, killing dozens. Kentucky was hardest hit.
Our state was hit by at least 4 tornadoes. One stayed on the ground in Kentucky for at least 200 miles, devastating anything in its path. Our best count for confirmed deaths are 64 Kentuckians.
In the town of Mayfield, twisted sheet metal, downed power lines, and wrecked cars line the streets. Windows are blown out and roofs torn off buildings.
It's just upsetting, to know that that's the town that you grew up in and everything, his memories is all gone.
This entire neighborhood in Mayfield is a shell of what it once was. Residents have pulled out belongings that could be saved, but there are no homes for them to go back to. About an hour northeast in Hopkins County, a tornado derailed a freight train, scattering dozens of cars. Homes and businesses in the area are demolished.
It's just like a nuclear bomb went off.
Across Kentucky, tens of thousands of people are without power. Mayfield officials are warning residents who didn't lose their homes that they could be without heat, water, and electricity for a long time. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Mayfield, Kentucky.
And the Washington-based relief organization World Vision is sending hygiene kits, diapers, and holiday toys for kids that have been impacted by the tornadoes. And if you want to help out, we have more information posted right now on KREM.com. All right, it is 12:06 right now. All right, Spokane, stand up. You have a UFC champion, and it was an upset. Juliana Pena winning the women's bantamweight title over Amanda Nunes in UFC 269. The Spokane native taking the title from Nunes, who had held the belt since July of 2016. The win is the second biggest women's title fight upset in UFC history.
And undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Juliana Island Vixen Pena.
I told you, don't ever doubt me again. Willpower, strength, and determination, it will take you places.
So with a win this big, there was some pretty incredible reactions. Everyone from the commentators to Pena's team celebrating, as you might imagine. And as you could hear, Juliana gave a shout out to Spokane. You can see her hugging her trainer, Rick Little, who owns a gym right here in town. All right. It is 12:07 right now. The Gonzaga men's basketball team is staying put in the latest AP poll. The Zags coming in at number 5 for the second week in a row. It was a pretty quiet week on the court with a Zags matchup against UW canceled because of COVID protocols with the Huskies. The Zags play again on Saturday against Texas Tech. You can watch the game right here, by the way, on KREM 2.
Solidarity, they bring unity within our communities.
Ribbon skirts are a long-standing tradition with the Spokane tribe of Indians. Now see what's being done to make sure these colors shine for generations to come.